What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is COD Espresso and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that actually never made it to the public, something that you guys may not ever see at all outside of this, and really I think it's something cool to take a look at, firstly because, well, it's not something in the general public, but also because it's kind of just another thing that you just think, man, this actually could have happened. But today we're going to be taking a look at two screenshots that are actually campaign in Black Ops 3 on Xbox 360. So for those of you guys, firstly, before we get too far into it, that don't know, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3's version of Black Ops 3 did not actually include campaign. For those wondering why, well, it's because the console hardware is just simply outdated for what Black Ops 3 needs to run at. There are many noticeable differences between the 360 and PlayStation 3 versions to the current generation of Xbox One, PS4, and PC versions of Black Ops 3. One of the big ones being 30 frames per second as compared to 60 frames per second on current generation. The graphical comparison is just worlds different. It almost looks like a 90s PC game. I've made that joke a couple times, but in all reality, it actually is still a very much so dumbed down version of it, simply because hardware can't really keep up to where the game is currently. So with that said, in order to give last generation users the ability to still play Call of Duty without having to upgrade their setup, the game was given only multiplayer and zombies mode with no real DLC past DLC 1. There is no set announcement or any real plans for DLC 2, 3, and 4 to come to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Now, with that said though, the game was still fully ported backwards and developed by Beanox, but some of it just did not make it into the public live game. So one of my good friends and followers, Micah, actually tweeted me and my friend Biblical Reaper here images of this, and it actually was from a Reddit post from 7 months ago, right after the game launched, and it was something that really kind of went under the radar, I guess. It was big on Reddit at the time, but I haven't seen anything or any mention of it here since, and I don't really remember seeing it much before whenever the game launched. But this guy known as Neon Discovery did some Xbox 360 modding and actually pulled up some of the game files and found these images on screen now from the Black Ops 3 campaign on Xbox 360, which again never really made it out into the public. So this is some stuff that is still in the game code, but just not available to be played, and I think rightfully so, because by these images you can see that it just is not the graphical fidelity that we've come to expect from Call of Duty in a game released in 2015. So it is something that it is there, and I think it's very cool to look back and say, what if? I think that it's something cool to see where it could have gone, but really I think it's for the better that it did not. It would have then definitely hogged a lot more development from the multiplayer as well as zombies, and I think if they tried to cram all three in, the game just would not be playable in the state that it would have been if that were the case. So that, I think, is where we're gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to showcase this here for you guys very quickly. I thought it was very interesting. I love taking a look at stuff that just doesn't see the light of day from the games that we know and love today. But that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like down below if you did enjoy. Leave your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Do you think that it would have made the game unplayable to put campaign in Black Ops 3 on Xbox 360 and PS3, or do you not necessarily agree? Do you think it could have been playable and it still could have lived up to the Call of Duty standards? Love to hear your thoughts, but if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is, of course, greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. Really does mean the world to me, but I will see you guys later. My name has been COD Espresso. Take care and peace.